It's July the 2nd, and this is your Pacific Palisades Real Estate Market Update. I'm James Respondek with Rodeo Realty, and I've sold hundreds of homes to generations of Palisadians, and I'm here to help you too. Here is this week's important market activity. There are 271 listings on the market. 185 of those are land listings and 86 are existing homes. Since the fire, we've sold 719 properties, cracking $2 billion. 544 are lots and 175 are existing homes. Right now there's 44 properties in escrow, 35 are lots and 9 are existing homes. And the average price per square foot of all the lots that have been selling since the fire, $253 a foot. The average price for existing homes, $5.6 million. This week in the Alphabet Street land listings, we have 15 properties on the market. 125 have sold, averaging $295 a foot. And one's in escrow. Just listed 1011 Embury Street, a 5,200 square foot lot, listed for $1,975,000, and that comes to $380 a foot. A little on the high side there, but we'll see what happens. All right, just sold 842 Hartzell. I like this deal. Somebody got a good one. This sold for $2,425, 7,800 square foot lot. So that's kind of like a lot and a half, more or less, because you got 40 and 40 foot lots. This is like a 60 footer. And that comes in at $311 a foot. So that was a solid deal for that buyer. And just sold 14839 Sunset Boulevard. This is on the Alphabet Street side of Sunset. All right. Sold for $1,250 or $208 a foot. That's coming in, 30-35%, whatever, below your average on inside once you get inside. So that's what you get for being on Sunset. And 1101 5th Street just sold, and sold for $2,195. Wow, this sold over the ask. It was asking $2,050,000. So you can see the market finds itself here, and that came in at $338 a foot, pretty much in the trading range. Just listed 1041 Chautauqua has listed for $2.1 million, almost $2.2 million, or $305 a foot. This is a good deal, okay? 7,200 foot lot, so maybe that goes over asking. And this week, above the Alphabet Street's land listings, 16 properties on the market, 29 have sold since the fire. The average price in there, $242 a foot. Just sold 15208 Whitfield, sold for $2.8 million or $370 a foot. Why is that so much? Because Whitfield is just like one street above Bester. Bester's right at the edge of the Alphabet Streets. So you go up the hill, you got a view, but you can still walk down into the village. That's kind of like having it all there. That's why that price point's a little higher, price per square foot. And this week in the Medio Bluffs land listings, 22 listings on the market right now, 85 have sold since the fire, 10 in escrow right now. Average price per square foot in there, $313. And this just went into escrow, 644 Radcliffe. The asking on that is $2.2. And this just sold, 15305 DePaul Street. Sold for $2,350. It's a 7,600 square footer. Had a bigger house on it, 5,300 square feet. This is that rim of DePaul that looks down into the park below and across over to, the Pally baseball field and all that stuff. Nice location. I think this is a solid buy for, what's it coming in at? $310 a foot. Most of that's flat. That was a pretty good buy in my books. All right, this week in the Huntington existing homes, 5 homes on the market right now in the Huntington. 18 have sold since the fire, and 1 is in escrow right now. And, this Just sold. This just went under contract. 528 Chautauqua. I loved this house. And I think it's going to go for a pretty penny. We're asking 6.4. I've got an idea of where it's going, and it's going to be pretty high. I'll fill you in as that gets a little more solid. That had, I think, 7 offers on it. All right. And just listed, 241 Alma Real. Now, this is Alma Real almost where it turns to Corona Del Mar, which is the front row of the Huntington. This is kind of like front side, and it's got a view to the side down to the ocean and across the canyon. Good sized lot, 22,000 square foot lot almost. You know, maybe 2/3, 3/4 of that's flat, so a lot of flat. And it's got a 7,500 square foot house on it that's in pretty nice shape, and it does have a pool. Listed at $13.2 million. And just this week in the Medio Bluffs land listings, 10 properties on the market. 31 have sold, and 5 are in escrow. And just sold 560 Taquitos, sold for $1,765,000. All right, that's a almost 6,700 square foot lot coming in at $264 a foot. I think that's a solid buy. And just listed 612 Erskine. Yeah, I sold a property just 2 doors over from this. And this is listed for $2.7. It's a 12,000 foot lot. Most of this is flat. I'm going to say, 9,000, 10,000 square feet are flat. I love that phone ringing, don't you? All right, so that's coming in at $225 a foot. Just listed, this week in the Marquez Knolls land listings, just sold. There are 40. Let's go back. 41 properties on the market in the Marquez Knolls land listings. 101 have sold. 6 are in escrow. Just sold 854 Las Lomas, and this is a downhill lot. Downhill lot, and it's right at the corner of Alcima and Las Lomas. So it's a corner lot. So it's got good frontage. It's sold for only $1,320,000. Why is that? Because it's a downhill lot. All right. A 7,300 square foot lot. Okay, just listed 1137 Donair Way. And that is listed for $1,850. That's 9,900 square foot lot. Now, some of this does go up the hill at the back. It's kind of a nice location. It's tucked at the back of the cul-de-sac, and you look right down the cul-de-sac, and it opens out. And what do you see? Santa Monica Bay and the ocean. So it's pretty nice view out there. All right, this week in the Marquez Knolls existing homes. 11 properties on the market right now. 20 have sold. 2 are in escrow. The average price per square foot right there right now, $250 a foot. And this just listed 16680 Charmel Lane. Woo, this is a pretty one, isn't it? Because it's almost $22 million, $21.7. This has amazing views. It's a double level. It's a 2-story, but it goes down because you're only allowed 1-story houses there. But because of the view this house offers, they spent the money and went down. And this has all the goodies you want in these mega houses, including what's really becoming popular now is the wellness center, okay? So you get your massage, you get your spa on, and you know what? You're going to have some zen living in this house. All right, just sold 16705 Charmel Lane, also right there. On the other side of the street, has killer views, and this house was really nicely redone. Kind of simple, but tasteful. I really like it. Sold for $6.5, 3,500 square foot house on a 15,000 square foot lot. A lot of that was flat, and it did have a pool. Killer views. This week in the Highlands land listings, 11 properties on the market. 36 have sold, averaging $112 a square foot, and 3 are in escrow right now. Just listed 16756 Monte Hermoso, listed for $1,900, or $96 a foot because it's almost 20,000 square foot flat. Not all of that's flat, I should say. You know, I'm going to give maybe 2/3, maybe not quite that much. But a lot's flat, and it does have some really nice views, although the ocean views are sort of to the side. The rest is like the mountains, but I love the mountain views there. You know why? As the clouds and the sun changes all day, it changes. It's really nice. And the ocean pretty much stays the same. All right, and just went under contract, 17128 Avenida de la Herradura. Wow, only asking $839. Can you imagine? Who would have thunk you could have bought a property in the Palisades for $839? Well, there's no house with it. All right, this week in Sunset Mesa, land listings, 10 properties on the market, 33 have sold, 2 are in escrow. The average price per square foot up there, $187. And just sold, 3515 Surfwood, sold for, wow, $1.8. Why is that? Or $243 a foot, because it's at the top of Surfwood where you almost hit shore heights. Big views. That has some big views. 7,400 foot lot, just about all flat. And 3624 Surfwood has just listed for $1.2 million. Why is that? Because it's on the other side of the street and you're going down the street a little bit. You get a little view sort of across the backyards of these. Maybe you might get a little out the front, but I kind of doubt it. But for $1.2 million, come on, it's a 6,800 square foot lot. And this week in the Malibu, well, we don't really have anything to talk about in the Malibu Beach right now. So I hope this information has been helpful to you. And if you're looking to find your perfect property, I see more property than just about anyone. Or if you're thinking of selling, I've negotiated through the toughest of markets, and I can do the same thing for you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.